DFS players, playtime is over. It's Thursday night football. I have a Thursday night football player prop, two other player props for the NFL, extremely sharp. Let's go ahead, let's get into it. So again, you can browse odds completely for free on OddsJam. And my first pick is so good, I'm betting it twice. I gave this out in a previous video, but I'm all about it. David Montgomery, under 2.5 receptions. I mean, just look at this value. Right? As a sharp sports bettor, as a value-oriented sports bettor, as in you want to make money long term, you're following the data, right? You're treating every single sports book offering odds on a player prop kind of as an independent data point of where the line should be set. And you're trying to back out where's their value, right? Where can I get an edge as a sports bettor? So what we can see here for David Montgomery, and again, you can browse odds for free for any sport, is his under 2.5 receptions is like minus 160, minus 150 on basically every sports book. So we're getting a ton of value in a 3-pick entry at minus 122 odds. And you may say, Alex, where does this minus 122 number come from? And if you're new to the OddsJam YouTube, I apologize if you're not, because I know we repeat this, but it's so critical when you start playing on these fantasy sites such as Prize Picks, Underdog Fantasy, and Thrive, is, first of all, you're getting 100 to win 600 on Underdog Fantasy. Any 3 picks you select, right? It doesn't matter what picks we select, 100 to win 600. You change this to an over, we switch picks, it's going to be 100 to win 600. So any 3 picks, you're going to see 100 to win 600, which is just the implied price of minus 122. Okay? So anyways, the first play I have is just a positive EV bet. David Montgomery, under 2.5 receptions. Clear value play, 2.31% profit margin from the positive EV tool. Pretty simple. Next play I have, very simple as well. George Pickens, under 4.5 receptions, Bucs Steelers, right? We need 3 picks. We need 3 picks for a 3-pick entry. Here's another great value play. All the sports books, Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker in the world, they have the under priced at minus 149. DraftKings Caesars minus 145, minus 157. So we're using all this data in the market, all the sportsbook odds, to back out where is their value, where are their sharp picks with an edge, where we actually have the mathematical profit margin. So again, it's not like most bets on Underdog are profitable. Absolutely not. In fact, the bet on the over is horrible. If you were to take George Pickens over 4.5 receptions, that bet is horrible, right? Because you're getting minus 122 implied odds, and Caesars is giving you plus 114. So you're getting ripped off. You are literally getting 36 cents worse than what Caesars is offering by playing his over George Pickens, in a 3-pick entry. So you're getting ripped off. You're getting demolished, in fact. So the final pick I have is going to be on Dobbins. So this play is incredible. In this play, I found just using the OddsJam screen. So what you can do on this screen, which is really cool, is you can kind of compare the odds, side by side for a bunch of different player props. So as an example, if we go to Dobbins, which you'll see right here in a second, so what I can actually just do is search for this homie, is he's right here, is Underdog Fantasy has his line set at over under 50.5. Okay, if I zoom in a bit, you'll see Dobbins over under 50.5 is his receiving or rushing yards line on Underdog Fantasy. Every sportsbook has his line at 42.5, right? So we're getting 8 yards higher on Underdog, which means we want to slam the under 50.5. And what is absolutely crazy is if you were to take over 42.5, right, that would have cashed in his last game. The over 42.5 would have cashed. So would the under 50.5. So this middle would have hit, right? All the sportsbooks are setting his line at 42.5. Underdog Fantasy has his line at 50.5. So the under 50.5 cashed last game as well as the over 42.5. So long story short, this is just to show you, if you were to take the under for Dobbins last game, under 42.5 rushing yards, you would have lost. If you would have taken the under on Underdog, you would have won. So you have to be finding these spots with value. 8 yards of difference may not seem like a big deal, but it makes all the difference in the long run in terms of cashing tickets and making money in the long run, right? It almost hit against the Bills as well. So anyways, 3 picks on Underdog. I locked them all in. Hopefully you found this helpful. Let's make some frickin' money. We got some good bets out there. We got some good bets out there tonight. We need Luis Castillo going under here. We need Valeri over 2.5 shots on goal. Then we got 3 NFL plays, all unders. Fade them all. Let's make some frickin' money, guys.